I was a guest dancer, and I was traveling in Fresno, California, performing the Nutcracker, and I was the role of the prince, of the cavalier. And after the performance, because we were guest dancers, we had a meet and greet. So I went out in the lobby, and I had to sign autographs. There was one little girl. Maybe she was that tall. She couldn't have been more than 6 years old. She had cornrows, a beautiful black girl. She had cornrows, little beads at the ends of her braids. She had her beautiful ballerina outfit on. And it turned out that she didn't want an autograph, and she didn't want a picture. She had something to tell me. And so she whispered like this, and I had to bend over to hear what she had to say. And she whispered in my ear, she said, "I've never seen a black prince before." And I thought to myself, is that right? Does Disney not have any black prince? No, they don't, by the way. Or they didn't, at least back then. This girl clearly goes to the ballet. No, there are no black princes in ballet either. And that hit me hard. It hit me hard because I realized two things. Not only was I representative of something for this young girl, but also that this young girl, 6 years old, I think, was aware enough of the world around her to realize the importance of the fact that she had never seen that before, and then to be able to articulate that to me in that moment. Role modeling. I had no intention of going to Fresno and changing this girl's life. I had no idea that people were going to look at me that way. This was, nowadays, Misty Copeland is very famous for being the first black ballerina at American Ballet Theater. She and I are very close friends, and we talk about this a lot. Representation matters. Representation matters because the role modeling that a representative person portrays into the world can have ripple effects in the world that that person is not always aware of. I was lucky to have that young girl come up and tell me that. So then this guy comes along and he's like, "I want to make a movie about you." I was like, "Why would you make a movie about me?" What I came to realize was that for me, normal was growing up in a shelter and then having this outreach program and going to do a ballet thing. But that's for me normal, That's not for everybody else normal. They have no idea what that kind of life is like. And so it's up for me through this film to share that experience. Because there will be somebody, inevitably, who needs that moment of role modeling, that representation, to light their own way. And I like to think of it this way. I like to think of it as putting a flag on the moon, someplace that I want to go in the world. And I leave it there for the future generations to use with their compass to march or to fly or to whatever. So what I would ask all of you who are leaders in your own ways, in your own departments, in your own systems, to remember is that for as much as you try to do all the things that are in the book and to do all the bullet points that you've heard and to be the best example of a leader that you can imagine to be, we must always leave open the space for the possibility that you are a leader in ways that you don't know yet, or perhaps that you will never know. Just by virtue of the way you hold yourself out in the world, by virtue of who you are and what you are doing, somebody somewhere will look at you and go, "I want to be like that."